Whatever.
Hi Playmates, it's Aerostar. How's everybody doing? It's been super crazy for me lately, so please forgive me for taking time to get back to your wonderful comments. And now, with just a few hours left on the clock before the banner disappears for the Awakening polling, I'm going to be finishing off my polls for Raquel. I have him at +2 right now, so I'm going for that +3 fusion, and hopefully with any additional copies, which I hope maybe I get maybe 10 or so, I'm going to be going for the final unlocking of the La Nombre signature force. Thank you to everyone that pitched in your thoughts on my last video about the best La Nombre team member composition as well. So the juicy news that I wanted to talk about today while polling is the latest update that they posted on the Facebook. There's a couple items that I think were interesting, first being the update to the story. So it looks like we're going to be getting a sweet one with more backstory on Emma and Baelish. So on that note, do you guys think, by the way, that age gap is real when it comes to love? Emma and Baelish are actually 20 years apart in age, and they were lovers. Well, technically Baelish was Emma's father figure and lover at the same time, so I guess their relationship was complicated to say the least. This kind of treads into some iffy territories. I'm not gonna talk anymore about that. I'm just gonna leave it there. Since Emma does end up marrying John Donk and has his child and not Baelish's child, although it would be really interesting if Raquel ended up being Baelish's son instead of John Donk's son. Oh my gosh, can you imagine that actually? Because they say Baelish is ambitious and they can't stress that enough. So why not go ahead and put Emma on the throne, the pretty little Emma that John likes, and have her have his baby, as in Baelish's baby, so that Baelish's son can actually become the throne. What if this is in the big grand scheme of things, What kind of twist of fate would that be, right? Anyway, I'm really interested to see how this turns out. And it looks like we haven't had too much luck so far. As you saw in the beginning, I am starting off this video with, 11 polls. I've been kind of pulling, 1 or 2 here every single day just to get a little bit of taste. I haven't really gotten anything too interesting from the polls either, so I thought I'd just leave it out of this video. Anyway, so the next news that we have is on the collaboration. Seeing that they didn't mention it's the Damanchi collab, I think it may be something different. But then again, if you kind of scroll down to the news, they did say they've been kind of really preparing for this collaboration, so it does sound pretty interesting. In the end, it just sounds like I gotta start saving up more sets, so that I shall. Yes, is it Raquel? Diva! It's the lovely Diva! Oh my gosh, every time I see Diva, it hurts my heart. Because, a while back, they actually had an event for a free Faith Core Diva, and I don't know, I somehow screwed that up, and I ended up not having enough, turns or something for the, I think it was the mini game that you had to do. I totally missed it for the one, so I couldn't get a free copy of her. Never pulled a copy of her until the other day, where my Exos Pass Fate Core choosing thing ended up being her. So now I have a +1 Diva. She really packs a punch if you have been building her up, and I've been hit pretty hard with her on my teams on PvP, so I'm really excited to try to grow her up and make her well. Actually, there's quite a lot of good metal heroes nowadays, so I'm not sure exactly when she might see her turn, but she's definitely on my list of heroes to kind of grow up after probably Morris, who I'm currently working on as per the La Nombre video. Okay, so back on the collaboration again, it sounds really interesting, so I'm gonna start saving up sets, but hopefully they don't kind of drop that along with the other Fate Core theme that I'm gonna be talking about a little bit later. So let's just see how they plan to do this. Hero birthdays! By the looks, ooh. Nope, not a general, not interesting. Just Bernadette, just another Bernadette. So hero birthdays, by the looks of it, you gotta level up your heroes to level 90, it looks like, to receive the birthday gift, which is fine because as I mentioned in my hero priority list video, I really work on heroes up to level 90 and I invest the EXP scrolls on the next hero. yay for more birthday presents for us. I think in the end, I may end up doing like a birthday chart for the heroes too, so we can see which months we'll be getting like extra zest, and hopefully we could kind of plan ahead on what we're going to be using with those as well. Next is the dice system update. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't know how to feel about this one. I mean, in one sense, great, since, I like to switch up the colors based on my mood or the season or, something else like that. But, in another sense, it does look like you kind of have to use like crystals or real life currency in order to kind of unlock the extra slots. So, not really sure how that's gonna work. I will definitely need to play around with this one a bit and see once it's released and see how it goes. I mean, the prospect of having like multiple colors so you can kind of switch back and forth is really nice, especially since, a lot of the heroes, they look better with one color than the other, and then like if you want to switch up your main team, then you want to maybe switch up your colors too to kind of match them so they look really cool in your airship or in battle or blah 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 blah. So let's just see how this turns out. The hidden story in the collection book sounds pretty interesting too. We'll have to really look into that and see what kind of interesting hero backstories or hidden stories that we can get. I do hope it's a little bit more developed than the hero stories. Oh, Raquel, come on, Raquel. Yes! It always feels so nice when you get that fake or before the pity. Wait, how many pulls was this again? I don't remember. Well, at least now I know. I do have enough for my +3 fusion and my signature force. So I'm going to be fully unlocking the numbering signature force. So hopefully I get to test out a lot of the comments and suggestions that you guys had on my last video on this. Oh, 23 pulls. Okay, so I have 5 pulls left, which obviously I'm going to do in order to get that other copy. So that's going to be really nice. Raquel has been really a growing like star in my heart, not only just because of the story, but nope, not another general, unfortunately not. It's just another Bernadette, because not only because of the story, because the more that I kind of have been building him up, the more I see his potential in kind of really knocking out heroes, and as far as a cleave team goes for the numbering team. So yeah, enough about Raquel. Okay, so let's just go on to the thing. Yeah, so about the hidden stories, I hope that I can unlock as many as possible. Get Anastasia. Well, I guess it's not another Bernadette, so that's good. So I really have a feeling that there's hero stories, like the actual challenge hero stories, have been a little bit like less involved with the heroes as time has passed. So I really hope that these hidden stories offer a little bit more insight into like the deep personality of the different types of heroes and the interactions that we can get. Another interesting thing that I've been seeing on this news update is, the Vagabond signature force update. I really think they should add more Vagabond heroes before updating the signature force. I mean, the Xeon. Nope. Oh my gosh, another Anastasia? So I have 2 Bernadettes and 2 Anastasias. Yeah, I'm sure they'll come into use sometime. Anyway, the Xeon and Schmidt combo is pretty amazing, but it's still pretty lacking in my opinion in the whole roster. So I'm hoping that we'll see some updates to that as well. Perhaps with this new light and dark fake core theme, or rather black and white. I'm not sure which one it is because they say it's light and dark, but then the banner image actually says black and white, so I'm not sure which one it's actually being. But doesn't the image on the heroes kind of look like maybe Valera, Schmidt, or Shifrakin, or maybe Ninmarius and John Dunk? Then again, if it's like light and dark, the easiest thing that we could kind of conjecture is that the fake cores is for like the light and dark heroes, like Garf and Schmidt maybe being like the evil dark one now, and Shifrakin being like the light hero or something, like a total reversed character kind of aspect that we're going for here. We shall see, but it does look like from the main image that we'll be getting more husbandos and mana heroes, which is always a plus, in addition to, the really nice roster of ladies that we have on the hero lineup so far. Lastly, I want to quickly touch up on the character voices. I mean, if you notice that I've been using the Japanese voice pack since I haven't really been a fan of the Korean and English voice packs. Now, I'm pretty excited to see how they improved the English version and added more to the different aspects of the game. I do think that, voice is also an important factor in, a character development or like a character analysis, so I really hope that we get to see this update soon. There's more than once where I was like reading through the stories and I hope that they would do more actual voice acting instead of just like those kind of voices that they kind of make just in between the dialogue. Well, it looks like I am done, and I do notice that that knot of creation is very similar to that ornament that was on the dark and light fate core. So, maybe that has something to do with it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and lock the attack speed and perhaps the hit since it's almost max. By the way, guys, this is, when you're using more than the +1, there are some stats that get very close to the maximum increase, and those you can lock for 100 stats each so that it doesn't go down. Any other fusions in addition to that can either go plus or minus based on, what you have rolled so far. And so please keep that in mind so that you don't actually end up getting minus stats in the end for some of your heroes and crying your heart out. Alright, so that's it. It looks like nothing too exciting. I did get the 3 fate cores, which is better than nothing, and I'm very, very grateful, very excited for the new updates to come, and I hope you guys are too. If you have any other suggestions or comments about what kind of content you'd like to see, please leave it in the comments below too. I really love to hear from you. If you're new and like random game content like this, especially on Exos Heroes, please consider leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. I post every Wednesday and weekends. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, stay safe and take care.